Hello and welcome. I am Professor Manoj Kumar Mondol. I am a faculty member at Rajendra Mishra School of Engineering Entrepreneurship. I am also an entrepreneur. I am a director at Nucleodyne Computer Systems Private Limited. We have the headquarters in the Silicon Valley. I have done my education at IIT Kharagpur, and I am here to offer the course Entrepreneurship Essentials. Think of the modern amenities around us and think that there was no entrepreneur in this world. Suddenly all these amenities will vanish and will end up perhaps in the jungle where our forefathers used to be there maybe thousands of years back. Just consider Thomas Alva Edison was never born, and you will realize that this whole electricity and then the subsequent technologies which evolved around that and run on electricity perhaps would have come much later. So, things that we enjoy today would not have been possible just because of the absence of one person. Similarly, many entrepreneurs actually have contributed greatly in the sustainability, longevity and quality of life in this world at large. They created wealth for themselves, for the nation, they offered jobs, and it is always a pride to be an entrepreneur. In today's corporate world, things are changing so fast and entrepreneurs are bringing so much disruptive technologies that the corporate houses are afraid of their performance anytime. They are afraid of the new generation entrepreneurs. That is why precisely they expect that their new recruits will bring in some kind of entrepreneurial mindset, so that this way means they can compete with the latest generation entrepreneurs. Therefore, even if you are not thinking of starting an entrepreneurial venture, it makes sense to understand what actually drives entrepreneurial success or how to create entrepreneurial venture. Entrepreneurship is risky because entrepreneurs find opportunities in adversities. Adversities where most of the people think that perhaps run away thinking that there is no prospect being there. So, most of the people are away from adversities, but entrepreneurs can identify opportunities in that adversities, meaning that they can identify solutions that will solve the adversities, and because there are no crowding there is hardly anybody there. So, they get some kind of a monopoly and then they create ventures, successful venture. But then if you look at statistics, you will get it kind of looks scary or menacing, because people will say that 99% of the companies are failing. So, what is your chance of becoming successful under this scenario? Things are actually not so scary. If you look at statistics, you will find that majority of the companies are failing because they produce something that nobody wants to buy. And then there is another not majority, but significant percentage of failed entrepreneurs who are committing some mistakes which can be avoided with some prior knowledge. Means you study success stories and failed stories, you get lot of insights. Entrepreneurship course per se is not something like chemistry, physics or mathematics. There is no proven formula, but you can read blogs, you can read success stories, and you have to get nuggets of wisdom from there, and you should apply that in your journey. For example, very recently on Canadian airline called ODC International, they raised millions of dollars in funding, but on fine morning they realized that they don't have cash to manage the next day. So, immediately it went bankrupt, meaning they announced shutting down of the company. Whereas, just a bit of knowledge about cash flow and doing that exercise on a regular basis to forecast when you are running out, when you are likely to run out of cash, you could avoid this kind of a death of several millions of dollars, and then so many people lose their job, and for entrepreneurs it is a devastating situation. All these could be avoided just by learning something up well in advance. Therefore, it is very important that people, means for this generation, irrespective of whether they would like to go for a job or they would like to do something of their own, it is important to understand entrepreneurship, the entrepreneurial mindset and the pitfalls that comes on the way, etc., etc. Corporate houses are now promoting corporate entrepreneurs. They give opportunity to talented people, they give their dedicated time, money, mentoring, etc., etc., so that they can create new knowledge that can benefit both themselves as well as the corporate, meaning they promote entrepreneurs within enterprise. So, all these risks that you see, these are all perceived risk. With some educated knowledge, you can actually overcome or alleviate chances of risk, etc. So, I am offering this course, you can enroll, and then let us see how far we can move forward with this. Most importantly, everybody is a potential entrepreneur of different degree of expertise, but then unless you take the plunge, unless you start something, there is no way you will understand, realize your own capability, because from outside you will look at all those failed stories and you will get afraid, but you start, you will realize that it is not that as difficult as it looks like from outside. If you know bicycling or say swimming, you will know that before you learn it, it looks like it is not your cup of tea, but once you start doing it gradually, you think that there is nobody who will not be able to learn cycling or swimming. I hope that you will enjoy the course as much as well as I will enjoy offering it. So, welcome again. Thank you very much.